Hello guys, this is Santa's channel and I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And this video is for the global version guide for the 7 nights. And although I'm going to demonstrate in my Korean version, according to the 7 night official page, the Facebook page, they said they're going to have a update soon, and then as well as like showcasing the new Four Lords, which is a Wukong. And so this one is going to be something that I haven't done before. I should have done it before, but unfortunately I didn't. So I'm going to go around and then do like a champion spotlight. I think after Ace, it was a Wukong instead of Luvu, although in a storyline, I think it was Luvu. But I think the Wukong comes next. And so I'm going to do a spotlight on a Wukong and how it works and some of the pros and cons and what it's used for and things like that. So let's go look at Wukong. So this is Ear of Monkey, I believe, and they buffed him recently just because it was Ear of the Monkey. So I will explain his skills and passive. So first one is targets 150% magic, and it does it twice, and then also applies a piercing, which is really nice. You can just take down the tanks pretty fast. And you guys can see that Wukong's 4,200, which is not bad, and the magic is 1,700, so it's also not bad. And he's one of the very few Four Lords where it uses a magic. And this is starting from this point on, there will be a lot of magic heroes that will be coming up in the 7 nights to promote more magic and hybrid decks that are out there. So Wukong is a great example of the Four Lords that uses a magic. He is also universal, so it is in a way you could either focus on 7 nights or the Four Lords, whichever one. But he's just really great. His second skill is 80-second cooldown, 3-person target, 100% magic, applies it twice. Now this is going to be probably different when it first comes out. I think the percentage is higher, but it just applies once. And in addition, it ignores a defense, so it's really good on the back line to use her. I use him, my bad. And his passive is like a cloning. So it increases his magic by 50%. Also has um, immunity to any kind of reflection, which is really great because it's really weak against like Jave and things like that. This also applies when it's doing regular attack and things like that. And when it dies, it makes a clone of himself for the next 3 turn up to a 4. So basically, you could have up to 5 Wukongs max with 100% life, and it gets 90% of the original's power. So power and the ability stats. So it'll be 90% of 4,200, 90% of 1,700, whatever. So it's really good. I believe they had a buff where his regular attack does piercing, but I don't know if they took it out. That was really good. And Wukong is mainly used for the arena. He's not really good in Castle Rush, not that great in Raid, as well as some of the boss and uh, Tower as well. Tower, at least it's okay just because makes a clone of himself, but mainly he's for a arena. So he's pretty great. The pros is that, like I said, is one of the very few magic ones. Deals a lot of damage, piercing, ignoring defense. It's just really great damage dealer. One downside is that with the introduction of the new Four Lords, I'm assuming that they're gonna update the new adventure as well, probably 9 dash or 10 dash, and that's when you also see a lot of the zombie decks like Pengyong, which I will demonstrate right now. So I'll just go ahead and show Wukong's skill and his effect. Uses his, whatever that stick is, and it's really great. He deals a lot of damage. He can also melt, tanks and things like that as well. And that this is another skill where he hits multiple times. So that's just really great. I also do have a Wukong, and I'll just go ahead and demonstrate what's his downside. He's really strong. He's really great in arena, except in one thing. So I'll just go ahead and use one of my friend. I'm using him as one of the thing. I'll just take out everything. Take out everything I have, and I will place my Wukong. I do have him as just a 6-star, I believe. Where is he? Here it is. So I'll just place him in a backline without any weapons and things. And I start with a fight. And now the leader and those things doesn't really matter as much. But the basic thing is, this is the Pengyong. And he's really arena focused as well. But he's pretty good in other content. Now, Wukong's gonna die, and it's gonna come back alive with making a bunch of clones. Now this time Penguin gets hit, he dies, but his abilities it comes back alive, and now he's gonna use multiple skills. He uses like counters, and you usually equip counters and attack speed, and you guys can see that the Wukong's gonna just constantly use the skills and the turn wouldn't pass. Pengyong's passive is that you gotta hold on for 3 turns. Now you guys can see that my Wukong lost on that case, but this is the downside. So like a Chris or Pengyong that that comes back alive is really weak against. However, he's really great tank destroyer. So I don't know if you are also looking for the magic deck. He's just really great. One of the best magic heroes that are out there. But Wukong in general, is one of the typical heroes that are out in a lot of different games. But is really great. He also got buffed a lot of times with recent updates. So I do see people, still use Wukong, and he's extremely annoying because of his clones. So that was the champion, the spotlight for Wukong. You usually for arena characters, you usually put speed attack, and I think either if you want to put life or whatever, whichever one you want, and it's really great. I'm very excited. Hopefully I get him. Although I still don't even have an ace yet. I hope I get him, and then when the global one comes out, I will try to do a Ruby video for the Wukong when it comes out, and then hopefully to see if I get it. And until next time, see ya.